Hey everybody, it's Brandon and Mike here. Rich is actually away at the Seahawks versus 49ers game. And who are you rooting for, Mike?
I'm rooting for the Seahawks.
Awesome. But Rich is actually bad luck when he goes to see them. So we'll see how they do after the game.
And we have to admit that Rich is a 49er fan. So.
Rich is a 49ers fan. So we're here today with the October real estate market update. Mike, I hear you have some big news.
Yeah, so I've merged and I'm starting with a new company, Man Mortgage. I was with them for 16 years. Has merged with Synergy One Lending. And the long-term plan is to be able to use our DBA, our brand name, Chimney Rock Mortgage. We're waiting for the state of Washington's Department of Financial Institutions to accept that registered trademark. So currently we are flying the flag of Synergy One. I'm excited about the move. I think from a consumer standpoint, we're going to be even more competitive in rates and fees. Their tech stack is better. It's going to be easier to communicate with us in so many different ways, and some of the things we'll be able to provide a consumer will be far better than what we had in the past. So it's a pretty exciting move.
Awesome. Stay tuned for some pretty cool things coming down the pipe too. You've been telling me about some of the things that you're learning about, and in future episodes you'll see that. So we're here to talk about the market though, and for the October update, we saw the actual average sale price of sold properties inch up just a little bit in Spokane to $502,000, up from about $499. The biggest thing I wanted to talk about, Mike, was we had our largest month-over-month jump in months of inventory. And months of inventory simply is like an absorption rate. If nothing else came onto the market, right now, 3.4 months is what it would take to sell all the inventory that's currently out there. And that jumped up from just under 3 last month. And if we go back to 2022, it's up 2 months from 2022. So what are you seeing in the market, Mike?
Well, as we were talking earlier, I think that there's certainly, as inventories got up, buyers tend to have a little bit more time to choose a house, may be able to get to look at it, may even get to look at 2 or 3 different houses before they decide to make a choice. So from a buyer standpoint, I think that it's exciting news. Probably leads to a balanced market versus a seller market or a buyer's market.
Yeah, we're technically a balanced market right now, and for sellers, what that means is a little bit longer days on market, and it's going to be more of a price war and a beauty pageant. You're going to have to be one of the better priced homes and one of the better conditioned homes to get the activity you want, and even then that activity might be just a little bit muted from what you might have been used to in previous years.
Well, and the other thing I've seen is a lot of our offers now are including asking the seller to pay closing costs, more concessions, which you certainly didn't see in 2022.
No, definitely, more inventory is a good thing for the market, and we are seeing buyers have more opportunity to choose. I'm still seeing in some price points in some locations, for instance, in Kootenai County, we're seeing multiple offers in price points under $400K still, if the home is in really good condition. So it just depends on like what little niche market you're in. So work with your agent closely on a strategy based on your price point if you're looking in the market right now. The next thing we want to talk about, Mike, I understand rates have been making some moves. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so 10 days ago, rates were probably as good as they've been in probably 2 to 3 years. Pretty exciting stuff. Then with some of the more positive financial news that came out, especially when it came to jobs reports, both the one from September and then revising down the number of layoffs that happened in July and August, really moved the rate market significantly. But then today, more inflation information came out. Core inflation is still a little elevated, about 3 to 3.3% on an annual basis. Non-core, so you strip out housing and energy, is actually right at where the Fed Reserve Bank would like their inflation. But with the news coming out, probably more likely that we will either not see a rate cut at the November Fed meeting or only a 25 basis points rate cut. The hope for a 50 basis point rate cut is probably off the table at this point.
Yeah, so probably that, and then also some new numbers coming out in the jumbo market for those people in larger loan limits. What are those going to be?
So the way the conforming loan limit works is it's based upon the average sale price. So as the average sale price keeps going up across the country, they keep increasing their limit. So the projection for the loan limits for conventional lending next year will be $802,650, which means here in Spokane you could borrow $802,650 on a conventional rate with conventional mortgage insurance if you need it, more competitive than you'd find in the jumbo market. So really at that rate, that really opens up a significant purchase price for, even if you're looking at $1 million home, if you put 20% down, you'd be in a conforming limit.
Yeah, I remember when jumbos were like $600,000 and $700,000, like years and years ago, and being like over $800,000 is just crazy. But FHA's kind of gone up like that too.
Yeah,
so
FHA keeps increasing. They haven't come out with their new loan limits, so they'll be increasing as well as the average sale prices keep going up.
Yep, stay tuned for those. Last but not least, we have a pie event coming up. Every year, the Spokane Home Guy Group gives out pies to their past clients, apple or pumpkin. Stay tuned for information on that. If you're watching this in our newsletter, there's information in our newsletter specifically, and if you're a past client, you should be getting something in the mail. One of our great agents should be giving you a phone call. There's usually no way that you should miss out on this, but if you are seeing this and you are a past client and you haven't heard, reach out to our office, 509-990-SOLD, or office@SpokaneHomeGuy.com, and we'll get you set up with a pie. So that's it for our October 2024 market update. We'll see you next month, Mike.
Yep, thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you, Brandon.
Bye.